I've reached this strange point in my travels where I'm just not as excited as I once was to travel somewhere new. I mean, there was a point in time where I'd choose random countries and cities to visit on a trip just based on the fact that I'd never been to them. Now, while that will always be a thing, I found myself daydreaming a lot during this period of non-travel. And I can't help but think of the 3 countries I wish I would have been in when this all started. I also was hoping that these countries would open their borders to Americans because I would have been on the first flight there. Croatia is the first country on the list, and I wish I could get back there ASAP. Technically, Americans are now allowed in, but the chances of me landing with a 72-hour-old negative test are slim to none, at least these days. While I'd love to return to Zagreb or Split, which I'm surprised how much I miss, I can't wait until I show up in the country magically knowing how to sail. I fully plan to charter a boat and sail around the Croatian islands, starting with Hvar. It was on this island that I stayed in the tiny town of Jelsa, and the stunning view from my room haunts me till this day. It was like looking out at an oil painting on a daily basis, and honestly, it's one of the 2 places in all of my travels that I was tempted to actually extend my stay. If I had listened to people saying that Zagreb could be skipped because it was similar to places like Prague or Budapest, I would have missed out on what turned out to be one of my favorite cities. It was what I was missing about Europe, even though I'd already been on the continent for almost 2 months. Now, I'm not saying book a one-way ticket to Zagreb, but don't skip it or anywhere else just because I or anyone else said you should. Dubrovnik is a place that most people would immediately go to before anywhere else, and I personally wish I had spent less time there and moved on to the next city. Now, I'm sure you may be dying to visit Dubrovnik, and for very specific reasons. This is why it's always important to go and see for yourself. Go where you have always wanted and skip the places you have no desire to see. It's that simple. When I realized that the TV and film industry would be on indefinite hiatus, I actually had the thought, like most people, that this would be a long vacation. So I started looking at long-term apartment rentals in Budapest. Yes, Budapest was the first city I thought to get away to. I hopped on Airbnb and found my dream apartment and was just waiting for the world to open up in a way that I could jet off to Hungary. Budapest was one of those cities where I could simply walk around and be entertained and fulfilled, so I didn't go out of my way to do much. When I spotted my first bridge in Budapest, because I'm a walker, I decided to cross it. Before I even got to the other side, I spotted several bridges on either side of me and vowed to cross one a day. This was just to give myself something to do and to have different areas to check out, but it was the best decision I could have made. It led me to some of the most amazing views of Budapest, and for that, I'm grateful to these beautiful, majestic, inanimate objects. The Czech Republic is hands down one of my favorite countries in the world. I have this vision of meeting people and offering to show them around the country. The entire country. While Prague is one of my favorite cities, I'm grateful I got the chance to experience other parts of the country. Hiking through the Beskidy Mountains and seeing the sunrise and sunset from the top of that mountain. Several-day music festivals in the industrial town of Ostrava. Ending my time in the east at the luxurious Miura Hotel. Perks of being a travel blogger, I guess. Czechia sparked this whole 3-month journey through Central Europe and began this love affair. Well, actually, that's not true. I had previously decided that I was already in love with Budapest and Prague and would have to visit one day. But it was booking my ticket to a blogging conference that caused me to fly to this part of the world and slowly make my way north over the course of a few months. And I'm so happy I did. I am curious about where everyone else's mind and heart is. Although I have many more favorite cities and countries, for some reason, for the last few months, I can't get these places out of my head. It's probably the low cost of living and the beautiful architecture and history, but I also truly think I left a piece of my heart in each place. Where's yours?